During the time that I've been given to share my testimony here, I think it's important to note before I start that in these 5 minutes I'll be speaking that somebody in the United States will die of a drug overdose, and it is almost a 72% chance that during those 5 minutes it will be fentanyl related.
It's one try and die, one pill and die, one line and die. It's Russian roulette with 6 bullets in the chamber.
It has similar effects to morphine, but it's 50 times more powerful than morphine. At high levels, fentanyl will basically get the brain to shut off the breathing mechanism, the urge to breathe.
I don't remember the exact year where I thought Colorado's lost its mind. I want to say it was around the 2018, 2019 timeframe when the legislators said, you know what, we're going to make 4 grams or less of any drug a misdemeanor.
This bill does not make any substance legal that's already illegal at this time. It does not take away the incarceration option. It only deals with petty possession, personal substance addiction.
The fact that 4 grams of fentanyl was legal to possess here in Colorado is lunacy. You're talking about enough fentanyl to kill 1,500 people with 4 grams. 4 packs of sugar. 4 packs of sugar comes to be about 4 grams. And then if you look at that, and you know that that has the potency to kill upwards of 1,500 people, that's insanity.
This is a money-saving bill, okay? This has been used in conservative states. This is a liberty bill. Liberty, okay?
So that's crack, heroin, cocaine, whatever you want to have that is an illicit drug. As long as you're under 4 grams of possession, you get a ticket. Literally, you're not detained. And then comes fentanyl, which is now in and prevalent in all of those drugs.
So we decided on cremation so that we could bring her home with us. No, this is what I had left of her. They told us she was a 16-year-old girl who was murdered by poison. I don't even know that angry can describe what this is. How is this happening?
The fentanyl, the methamphetamine, it's being imported. It's coming across our borders.
There is a steady stream right down the interstate, and I would imagine that it's going on right now as we speak.
Back in 2022, we had the biggest powdered fentanyl seizure at the time in North America. I think it still holds that record. It's one of many.
This is Ashley. It's her high school senior picture. She was my first child, so my first love, eternal love.
It seems like my youngest went to go get some Oxy. He went and picked it up from a party, just to hand off, but came back to his apartment where he lived with his brother. And it was about 4 a.m. They ended up taking this Oxy, and they weren't found till later that evening. And they found them lying side by side in their bed, just like they were sleeping. My one son had his arm under his head, just like it was when I'd go in and kiss him goodnight and whisper, "I love you," in his ear. That's how they said they found him.
I dropped everything. I just dropped everything and I ran out of the store. I pulled up in front of the ambulance. I went running inside, and the fire department, there was a guy standing in front of Devin's door. And Devin was laying on his bedroom floor, and his lips were blue. When I spoke to the investigator that was originally assigned to Devin's case, she told me that the District Attorney of Colorado Springs will absolutely never prosecute one of these cases. Never. That the kid that sold Devin the pill did absolutely nothing wrong. That my son chose to take that pill, and therefore it was my son's fault. I'm very angry.
I'm very angry.
It's similar to any other drug that's being distributed in what those investigations might look like. But now we're talking about we have to tie it back, the death back to the fentanyl that this particular person distributed to now somebody that's no longer with us. We're by far leading the state down here in the 4th Judicial District on the number of cases that are being prosecuted. But it takes that systemic-wide approach to being successful in these cases to put forth the investigative resources necessary, the prosecution resources necessary to really come together and really serve the public. But if a community really commits itself to going after these dealers, we can do it.
I'm seeing an average of at least 1 or 2 fentanyl-related deaths a day. We see in our practice every day, for the most part, people that end up here in the autopsy suite, we're actually seeking fentanyl. They were purchasing fentanyl. They knew they were buying fentanyl. So while there may be the exceptional case where the parent's story is credible, that their son or daughter thought they were buying something else, the vast majority of fentanyl deaths that come here through the Denver Medical Examiner's Office involve people who knew exactly what they were buying.
I try my hardest to channel that into better emotions, more sympathetic, more positive, whatever you want to call it. She loved animals.
Hi, big mouse.
And that was actually how I came to love the cat that I care for now. It was her cat. I wasn't at all a cat person. I made fun of cat people. And now he's my little buddy. I'm thankful for him every day. And that's one of the things I remember about her. It's just how much she saw the good in people and saw the good in animals. And wanted to share that with everyone around her.
Officials in the state have buried the issue with fentanyl. They have done little to nothing.
We need harsher criminal penalties against those that are poisoning people, and that's exactly what this bill does.
I really view the governor's efforts on fentanyl to be half-hearted at best. I think he could have weighed in stronger on what really amounts to a public safety emergency.
Do criminal penalties deter everybody from crime? If they did, we wouldn't have crime. They don't, but they're a tool in the toolbox that prosecutors need and that law enforcement needs to make sure that somebody who's poisoning community members is locked up for a long, long time.